I'm going to come at this from a different leg because I feel like activism is beautiful, but it gets you to the bridge, and then you have to walk over it, because we're talking about comparing opinions and comparing how people think and calling one version of it better than another, and that's kind of the opposite of what Collate wants to do. So it's like one opinion is not greater than another, and that's the thought process I'm coming at this from. So I don't know if you know how about my history, but I am a conservative, and I worked in the Michigan House of Representatives for years, and was exposed to, the inner workings of the state level piece. So I'm definitely agreeing with a lot that's being said, because I was definitely exposed to that Trump tribalism that fractured the conservative party to a point where I left it. Then I came to the conclusion, it's like, all of you guys are fighting over a government budget, for structural and functional pieces of the government. And then you use structural and functional pieces of the government to enforce social pieces. So it's like we have to remove the structural and functional pieces from the government budget, and we have to focus the complete fiscal responsible angle toward how we are interacting with each other. But to do that, in my opinion, you have to redesign the socioeconomic system, not try to change it from within. And you're right. And I've been intricately exposed to leadership power within the legislature and power and influence from people that influence the leadership of the legislature. The way that the system that we have is currently built is completely focused on zero-sum games, because we have to develop these programs and ideas and processes from a government budget that's really all fake when you look at it. A couple hundred years to monetize everything up to this point, and now we're starting to see this deflationary aspect kick in. But I think the only way to move away from the system that it exists now is to create something from the outside that'll sweep it away. I think activism only has a certain point, and it's meant to take from and give to, or persuade to, come to another side of a spectrum. And I'm saying we want to get rid of the spectrums altogether, and we want to create a cycle or a ring, that contains all of the perspectives. And that's what Collate is about, in my opinion.